who did khalang mo? O na le ngwanyana ka mo? No, 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 no. Now the voices are rising. Now she's talking. Now I gotta sit up straight because I'm just like, if this person comes through, I need to be able to stand and just be like, what do you mean? Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Molly, but I go by Glowa. Hey, yay, yay. Anyway, here on YouTube, and if it's your first time seeing my pretty little face for the very first time, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as the post notification bell as well so that you are notified every time I put up a new video. To all my ride or dies, my regular schmegulars, my day ones since the A1s, hi, welcome back to the channel, Glowwies. How you guys doing? I'm good. Comment down below. How are you guys doing? Are you guys good? Ouch, I need to file this nail. Are you guys ready for the festive season? You ready? Are you get up? Burner throaters motors, throaters openers on a Friday. Okay, yeah. Anyway, don't forget to go follow me on all my social media platforms. The links will be in the description box below. And I must say, like, my Instagram is kind of popping because I'm putting a lot of effort into my Instagram nowadays. Before I never really did. I also didn't understand why I was asking people to follow me, whereas I wasn't putting out like content. But right now, like, I'm loving it and my reels are amazing. But anyway, this is a long intro. So as you read by the title, this is going to be a bev and chat type of moment, and I'm going to be giving you guys a little bit of a story time. I was scared to do the story time because one of the key people in this is and I can't even say because then it will give off who everybody else is. But any Horton, he has the who. Let's just get into it and see how it goes. So you guys, let's start this over here. Nah, this has nothing to do with my current mans. This has nothing to do with the love of my life. This has nothing to do with my happy ever after. It has nothing to do with him. So this particular I'm talking about, I met him in matric, but in passing through somebody that I can't mention their connection and my connection, but I met them like that. And he says after when we started talking and stuff like that, I caught his attention and he told himself he was going to date me in matric, but he didn't want to at that time because I was young. He's like 4 years older than me. He's my sister's age. He's 4 years older than me. Fine. Whatever. I met him in passing. He added me on Facebook. It was my matric year, so the next year I left. I went to Joburg. We didn't interact for like 2 years. Then in those 2 years, we ended up transitioning from Facebook to Instagram. Right? Okay, cool. So fine. Let's start to when we actually started talking. I was home visiting, and then I put up a picture of me having tea. Right? I was like, okay, having tea. Oh my gosh, morning vibes. You know, those like aesthetically pleasing type of pictures. And then he commented, he was like, hey, when you're in town, let's go out for coffee. And I was just like, I don't drink coffee. Sorry, but hey, we can meet up. It's already drank, it's already finished. Like, what is my life? So he's like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay, no, that's chill, that's fine. We can meet up. Then that whole conversation transitions from my comments into our DM, and we started talking on our DMs, and he came to my house, and that's where we first met, and we talked and we talked and we talked. And then from there, something started developing. Quick disclaimer, and the thing on my end, I never perceived him as like a forever type of person. I never perceived him as me and him in like an official relationship. I never viewed it like that because for me, I had left Joburg. I had my friends in Joburg. I was living my life in Joburg. And when I'd come home, it'd get boring because my best friend was out of town. And then my guy best friend was dating this girl that didn't like me. So it was like a whole thing. So, and I'm not a very sociable person. I'm not a person that has like 500 friends that I want to meet up with all the time. So okay, sharp, fine. He became my person that whenever I was home, I would chill with the most. And obviously, it's a girl, it's a guy. We're not friends. We are kind of developing something. So fine, this thing developed. Okay, and then we somewhat started dating. The incident I'm going to talk to you guys about happened. Okay, before we talk about that incident, let me tell you guys what I heard and the story from the horse's mouth about his relationship with his baby mama. Okay, when I met him and we spoke about him and his child and the baby mama and the dynamics that are playing there, he was like to me, listen, me and Ogo were dating, okay? And while we were together for a while. We decided we're gonna try have a baby. But in the process of trying, we ended up having a fight and then we broke up. Then 3 months later, she came back and she found out she was pregnant. And then we decided to give it a try again, but then the relationship became toxic and the girl became a bit aggressive and all of these things. And then they decided to break up officially, but they were going to co-parent. Now, here's my thing. And hey, I ain't judging nobody. It's your life, right? It's your life. Hasiaka, hasia moli, hasia tabo, hasia mang. But at the age of 22, why are you out here planning to have a child? But I ain't judging. But I'm judging. Okay, fine. So I was like, oh, that's weird. You guys plan to have a child at such a young age. She's like, yeah, we were in love and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, shots. But then they became toxic. They broke up, but they were going to co-parent. And they've never dated since. Yeah, bye, fair. So fine. Says they've never dated since. She's moved on. He's moved on. And because we used to talk about past, I'm one of those people, if I start developing like a romantic relationship with you, I want to know about your past because I want to check if are the people the issue or are you the issue. So he dated people after the baby mama. So I felt like, okay, there was some movement there. I'm not the first girl, so I don't have to deal with her emotions and stuff like that. Deuces. So fine. That continued. Another thing that should have been a red flag is that in as much as like we developed, and this was years, we were on and off for years, like legit years. There was never like posting me on socials. There was never a mention of me on socials. There was never like an inkling. Even his friends that I met, it was never like in like a very big group setting. In the quite of like a couple, the majority of our first couple of years doing this on and off thing. But the last year, that's when I started like integrating into his like world and stuff like that, which was weird. But anyway, that's fine. So fine. I never interacted with his child. Even today, I never really had interactions with his child. I've only spoken to him on the phone when I was video calling and stuff like that, but never really like interacted. So fine, okay. Now here's the incident. I was at his place. I was at his place for a couple of days actually. The night before the incident happened, he gets a phone call. He answers it. And the thing with him that made me feel like there was nothing peculiar or nothing funky happening with him and his baby mama, was for the fact that he would answer the phone calls in my presence. He would talk in my presence. It was never a thing of, okay, please hold on. He stands outside. It was never that. So he spoke to this person and was like, okay, no, I'll bring it in the morning. I'll bring it in the morning before you go to work. And before I also go to work. Okay, sharp, drops phone. Babs, because it's nighttime. People gotta sleep. People have work tomorrow. It is what it is. Sharp. Man, I'm sleeping. Mind you, when I'm in a place where it's not home, it's not my comfort space, I'm a very, very light sleeper. But normally you could pick me up, put me outside. The car could run me over. I'd still be asleep. You know, the type of vibes. But no, this time I was like sleepy. I'm like, with this phone, it ringeth. This was around 4 a.m. I think. Hi, he's like, I'm like, Ella, phone yan. He's like, no, leave it. It's not that deep. And also now, AMs within cuddles, sleep again. Okay, fine. Next thing, I'm sleepy. I'm like, what the fuck? In my head, I'm just like, what the fuck? By the time I'm thinking, he's already jumped. He's by the door. And here's the thing. Let me tell you something. I could close my eyes and I'll be able to hear that's my mom walking. I'll be able to hear that's my little brother walking. I'll be able to hear that's Bay walking. I'll be able to hear even Genesis. That's Genesis walking. So he knew who it was. So he jumps. He's already by the door. Then he squeezes himself, goes outside, closes the door behind him. They talk. There's a bit of like voices rising, but I can't hear exactly what they're saying because also I'm still coming out of sleep. They talk. He does that whole system again where he squeezes himself through the door and he squeezes himself and he closes and he locks. So I'm just like, why are you locking? And he's like, no, gadla. He goes to where he puts the money and then he takes that money, does that whole process again, opens up. Clearly, the next person will also clock. Man, why so? That's exactly what. Why no. Now the voices are rising. Now she's talking. Now I gotta sit up straight because I'm just like, if this person comes through, I need to be able to stand and just be like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Am I gonna beat you up today, tomorrow, in an hour, or in 2 hours? So I needed to be ready. So I sit up, I prop myself, and I'm just like, just vroeg in the morning. Ga ke na Red Bull, ga ke na Monster, ga ke na Powerade, ga ke na bona. I don't even do coffee because coffee makes me nauseous. Ke tlo bana le energy ka ya go lwana le motho. Okay, there's that fighting. Hey, no, she's banging on the door. Hey, wait, now. Hey, wait, give me. Like, she's going batshit crazy. I'm just sitting there like, it's fine. Whenever you call me to a fight, if you provoke, I will awaken and I will arise to them. I make some mind. The thing at that time as well, I was kind of like in a bit of a toxic state. So was my friend, like, didn't know, but now we are saved, washed by the blood of Jesus. We have moved and we've grown, you know. So okay, fine. Mind you, now he took out the key. When he went outside, he took out the key and locked it. In their fight of theirs and everything else, you know, he locked. So he goes, I guess he was cupping the girl. At this point, I'm just like, let me get my stuff and let me leave. Because clearly, to imagine you are thinking for Moto Orobezi, he's getting his sleep for work. And then you get sure he's with another chick. Like, no, kiapara. He comes back and he's just like, listen, babe, this was whoever. I'm like, I know written Popeye. I know written clown. I know written your moomish. I kind of figured that out. So why is she upset? No, I can see why I'm upset. You know, she's crazy. The kid at this point is around 4 or 5. How could she still be crazy? If you guys have moved on, if you guys haven't been leading each other on, why would she act crazy because you have somebody at your place? Your place, not a place where she lives, not a place where it's your place. Why would she be upset? And I was just like, this is not my type, so this is not my vibes. I need to jet and I've got to go. So I changed and I leave. But to tell you guys the truth, we kind of sorted things out, and let me know in the comments down below if you want a part 2 as to how this actually ended, because spoiler alert, the girl trashed his place. But that's another story to a build-up. Any thoughts in here? So that's the end of the video. That's the end of the story time of 2, like all my baby mama experiences, and both experiences were with one baby mama. It wasn't like 2, it wasn't like another one, it wasn't like whatever. It was just 2 of them. It was just one of them, but there were 2 incidences where I was just like, I people with like all these connections, which is not true. Like, let me just say this now. I understand quite a bit because now I have a child. I understand the connection that you have with the father of your child and everything else like that. And I understand because I watched my sister go through. So I get a lot of things. That's why I'm one of those people that can very much sympathize with baby mamas. Even when they're acting crazy, I will still be the voice of reason and be like, no, she's still, like this. And I heard that the person's DNA lingers in your system after birth and everything else. So you'll act a little bit crazy if the person moves on. So I'm one of those people, like, I advocate for the baby mamas. Even y'all, yes, I advocate for you. So yeah, Anyway, don't forget to go follow me on all my social media platforms. The links will be in the description box below. I look so cute. My skin is so nice. I scrubbed it today and it feels so clean. It feels so nice. Like I need to really file this nail. Any hot and here's a who. Don't forget that makeup is not key to your beauty. It's merely glitter on a manilisa. Bye.